doing? Now you put your hands together, please. Put your hands and praise me. Now, for those of you who were not here this Friday, just a couple of nights ago, know what we're talking about, the faith plus one? We're talking about drugs. Oh yeah, some of us were saying like, wow, can we really discuss about this thing? Yeah, that was the topic, right, Wiki? The topic of the night was drugs. Quick question, anyone of you taking cocaine? Just one now. Anybody? All right. Crack? Is that the same? I don't know. Anybody? LSD? Anyone of you? Have you guys tried any of that stuff? How about okay, a little easier. We're just talking about drugs, and we're just talking about like, different types of drugs. And some of us said, they're about the same. Any one of you tried weed, marijuana, mollies? I don't know. I think that's the new things out there. Why are we talking about this? Because here's what we're talking about. Why we're talking about drugs it was very simple. We're saying, you don't just go up and say, hey, let me just put a line right here and let's just have a party right there. Most of us don't say, I'm going to try it right now. So a lot of us are introduced to something prior to something called drugs. And one of the things that we were talking about as we were sharing Friday was, you have a friend. Everyone say friend. Friends. Everyone say friends again. Friends. So you have a friend that goes like this, hey, this bad guy. And it looks like a cigarette. And there's something in it. And your friend goes, hey, yeah, try this. And you're like always wondering, why does she always come to the bathroom? And then when you walk in the bathroom, it smells kind of funny. And so your friend would go like, yeah, this one I'm doing. You want to try it. You want to say friends again. Friends. So quick question for you. When your friend goes up to you and says, hey, what do you think? Try. You guys try? Have you guys tried? See, your friend would go like this. Hey, come on, it's okay, it's cool, you don't want to do it, it's fine. But I'm having a great time with it. It's perfectly fine, it's perfectly good. I get a little buzz. And I'm just chilling, I'm just relaxing, I'm just having a good time. It's cool, it's nothing. I'm not going to do cocaine, crack. I'm not going to do that. This is it. See, here's the whole premise for today. I believe that whatever you believe, everyone say faith. Faith. Whatever you believe, whatever your faith is, the content of that faith, it affects a lot of people. Did you know that? Yes. And so you think that marijuana, weed, or this little, it's really harmless. I'm just going to get a little buzz. And you think that's perfectly okay, and you want to share that with a friend? Did you know that whatever you believe can bless somebody? Also, whatever you can believe also has consequences to your friends. Did you know that? Every one of you. So if you think that marijuana is it's not something I'm not going to touch, you got to look that out. And there are blessings that you can give to others. But if you think that marijuana is perfectly okay, that's fine too. And you think, I'm not harming anybody, it's just for me. I just do this on my own, and I'm not telling anybody else, but hey, my friend. Whatever you believe has consequences. You could either bless somebody, or you could also hurt somebody with that. You guys know that? Quick question. Let's put drugs aside. If you were to die today, where would you go? For some of us, do you believe that you could go to heaven and that you'll be in heaven? Just want to know. Just raise your hand. If you were to die right now, this very moment, would you be in heaven? Just raise your hand. Okay. For those of you who said, where's the others going? What are the others? So for those of you who raise your hands, if something would happen to me, Mr. Kennedy, right now, I'm going to be in heaven. Maybe that's a blessing to some people. Maybe that may be a consequence to certain people. Maybe they don't want heaven. For those of you who didn't raise your hands, where are you guys going? See, what you believe, watch this, what you believe will affect your friends. You can say, Mr. Kennedy, I do not believe there's a heaven, I do not believe there's a hell. I'm here. I'm going to have a great time. Make some money, enjoy myself, and on the day that I die, if today's the day, that's it. I cease to exist. It's cool, it's fine, it's one big party, that's pretty much it. Do you know that you believe in that? You can either bless someone, or it's actually a curse to somebody else as well too. Because if they follow your footsteps, then hey, I might as well just pick up on the cocaine right now. What's the big deal? I'm going to die today, I'm going to die today. So here's the whole premise for today, here's the whole idea. What you believe, catch this. What you believe will either bless somebody or hurt somebody. And that comes with a grave responsibility. Take your template. Let's go to the back of the program. Nice and loud. This is how we do it at New Life now. Please read the title message series that we've been on. Please read with me. What's so great about Christ Church? Here's the first fill in. Your faith affects others. You can bet on it. Your faith, whatever you believe in, affects others. It could either bless someone or it could hurt someone. It has consequences. Please read Mark 9, 21 to 24. Next slide, please. Please read with me. Jesus asked the boy's father, "How long has he been like this?" "From childhood," he answered. "But if you can do anything, take pity on us and help us." "If you can," said Jesus, "everything is possible for him who believes." Immediately, the boy's father exclaimed, "I do believe. Help me overcome my unbelief." Take your pen. This is how we do it. Take your pen. Follow me. Jesus asked the boy's father. Now, circle the word boys. Underline father. So there's at least two people in that room, right? Jesus is talking to two people. The father and part of the boys right there. And Jesus asks, "How long has your son been like this? He's so much sick. He's not doing well at all." And the father says, "Since childhood, my son has been acting out and acting up, and he has not been well from childhood." The father answered. And so here's the father's plea. The father tells Jesus and asks Jesus, "But if you, Jesus, can do anything," he goes, "take pity on us," the two of them. "Take pity on me and my son, and please help us. Help me and my boy who's next to me." Now here's Jesus' reply. He goes, "If you can," said Jesus. And Jesus goes, "Everything is possible for him who believes." Now watch this. This is the part I want to get us to. Immediately, the boy's father, underline the boy's father. And he goes like this. He exclaimed. He goes, "I do believe." Underline, "I do believe." Everyone say, "I do believe."
I do believe.
Now watch this. There seems to be a contradiction, and we all go through this. This is what life is all about. He goes, "Help me overcome my what?" Circle unbelief. Let me have attention, please. You guys get this? Do you guys see the situation? Jesus is there, the father's pleading. He says, "My son, he's been sick. He's been like this ever since he was a child. It's taking a toll on my life. It's taking a toll on him. And I know you could do something. I know you could do something. I heard that you're a miraculous healer. I know you could do something. Can you do something? Can you do something?" And Jesus says, "Are you asking me? If you can." And then Jesus says, "Of course I could. Do you believe?" And that's the question. And here's the dilemma. Here's the dilemma. What you believe, your faith, it has consequences, and it could be a blessing. And here's the father's dilemma. Just imagine you're the father, you're in that room, and that's your child. That could be your niece. That could be your nephew. That could be your best friend. And you so want to believe, and the father goes, "I do believe. I know you can do this. I know you can do this." And then what's the next part right after that? What does he say? He goes, "But help me. Help me with my unbelief." And I think that's how Christians live. We believe God, and we believe that He has provided Christ for us. And we believe there is an afterlife, and for those, when I ask, if you were to die today, right now, where would you go? And I see my Christian brothers and sisters, they go, "I'm going to heaven. I'm going to heaven, Jen. I'm going to heaven. I got this. You can happen to me. I'm going to heaven." But then life is so much more difficult, isn't it? We could trust God that we could go to heaven, but life is lived right now. And we go through so much tough stuff. We have friends who've gone through cancers, from Paris to Jersey. A lot of stuff. And we still want to believe that, yes, I know that you have guaranteed me a spot in heaven, not because of what I've done, but through Christ on the cross for me. But my boy is sick. Did He help me? And the father goes like this. He's wavering. And now I want to put you in the son's position. And he can't really talk. And the son's lying there. Let's say, "Go to the son. What's going through your mind?" Don't you want to say, "Dad, just believe. Come on, Dad. I'm right here. I believe." And Dad, you don't believe? And Christ says, "I can do all things. I can do this. Do you believe?" And the father's wavering. I believe, but I don't believe. And that's why I'm filled with anxiety and stress and all this other stuff. If I don't believe, I believe, I don't believe. Your faith, whatever you believe in, has consequences. It could either be a blessing, or it could hurt somebody. And the father, as much as he wants to believe, so therefore then, Lord, I believe you, please supernaturally heal my boy. And then at the next part of that sentence, before it's completed, he goes, help me, I don't believe. I don't have to take that you do this. Go back and forth. Whatever you believe in affects somebody else. The father's faith right now affects the son. And the son lying there is like, Dad, help me. And that's what we're dealing with. So I want to ask you, how do you deal with that part of your faith where you said, Lord, God, I trust you for my heavenly birth. My plane ticket is booked. I'm going. Something happens to me today. But then what happens to that part of our faith where he has not called you back home yet and we're still right here and you still have something to live out because Monday coming. Tough day. What are you going to do? How do you increase your faith? How do you complete that faith? Do you can. Let's go to point number 2. Please read Hebrews 12:2. Nice and loud, please. Please read with me. Let's fix our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. This is your feeling. Jesus promised to complete your faith. Jesus promised to complete your faith. You want to put down increase? That's great too. Jesus promised to increase your faith. Jesus promised to build up your faith. To get pen. Let's fix our eyes on Jesus. Circle Jesus. Underline, fix our eyes. And why? Because Jesus is, number 1, who is he? He's the author. And the second one? Perfecter. Underline author. Underline perfecter. Let me have attention, please. That's the theme verse. If you want to increase your faith, if your faith is not all there yet, just like this father, none of our faith is all there yet. And this is Jesus' promise. He says, if you focus and you keep your eyes on Christ, there's 2 things. He's the origin. He's the originator. He is the author. Where does faith come? Faith does not come from within your heart. Faith can never originate from yourself. Faith must come from somebody else. Therefore, then you place your trust on that person. And that person that we place our trust is Christ. So he's the author. He's the author of our faith. But more importantly, he's the perfecter. I want to say perfecter. Here's what it means. It means this. The word perfection means to complete it a little more so. So wherever your faith is, it may be in a certain part of your life that you say, I trust God in my life. I trust God that if I die today, I know where I'm going. But here's this 95% part. Oh man, this is the part I have to live out here. That's the hard part. Or maybe you could trust God with your finances because you have enough money in your pocket. You have to trust Him in particular, and that's perfectly fine. But maybe there's another part of your relationship. Or maybe it's an illness. Everything's okay until something happens to you physically, maybe your world gets rocked. Well, we don't know. There's a part that of our faith that needs to increase or needs to be completed, needs to be perfected. And that's what Christ promised. I share a story with you guys. There was this girl, young girl. Her name is Bobby Thompson. You guys heard of her? Bobby Thompson? 2 years old, she was down in Texas. She was playing in the field. At 2 years old, she climbed a transformer and touched some electrical wires. Zap! Her shoulders down, both fried chocolate, blackened. They took her to the doctors, and the doctor said, I don't think she can make it. And even if she can make it, she would be a vegetable. Completely blackened. No more. They have to amputate her arms. 2 years old. And the doctor said, that's it. There's nothing to do for her. If she makes it out alive, she may be a vegetable at best. She's 37 years old now. She has 2 children, 17 and 13 years old. Not only is that amazing, she is the winner. She competes. She's the winner of these competitions for bodybuilding. Can you imagine that? She trains 5 days a week. She does with weights 5 days a week. She does cardio 7 days a week. She's able to have this life. And people were just amazed when she started competition. She seriously trained herself. Ever since she was a child, she got into dance, she got into everything. Nothing stopped her. And although she's not a bodybuilder per se, they're right in the middle. It's not like a Miss America pageant. It's not a bodybuilding pageant. It's like right in the middle. It's fitness. It's all about fitness. I saw pictures of her. She's buff, man. I'm telling you. I mean, any one of us were like, whoa. And then we're just wondering, how do you do this? How do you even exercise? You know, get your upper body strong. She has amazing core, amazing upper body strength, amazing legs. And when she first started the competition, when she started training, when she walked in, everyone else had 2 arms. She's the only one. Oh, what is this? What is she doing here? What kind of handicap is this? She blew the whole field away. She has to do routine, she has to do somersault, she has to do all this other stuff. But here's what happened. Let's bring it back to when she was 2 years old. Her mom was right there at the hospital. And her mom said a prayer. And here's what mom said. She goes, Lord, just take her. If it's your will to take her, please take her right now. My baby does not have any more arms. Just fries, black. And they're going to amputate her. And the doctor says, at best she's going to be a vegetable. And the mom right there at the hospital goes, Lord, and she said a prayer. She goes, Lord, take her. If it's your will, please just take her right now. I don't want the pain, I don't want the suffering. And then mom goes like this, but if you allow her to live, I would raise her to glorify you. That's a prayer of faith. That's a prayer of faith. Mom had nothing else to look to except for the cross. And she's a woman of faith. And she said a prayer. And to this day, the lady that's competing, she's 37 years old. And every time she wins, she always points back to the Lord, back to the Lord. She's a woman of faith. It's a faith that's passed on. The mom's faith blesses her child. I'm going to ask you a question right now. She has 2 kids. Do you think this woman, who's also 2 arms, do you think she's a blessing to the 2 kids? Her faith. Do you think what she believes in could be a blessing to her 2 kids? Obviously. Obviously. Your faith, whatever you believe, has consequences. Either you could bless somebody, or you could hurt somebody. And the mom believed it. She looked to the cross and she gave her little baby, 2 years old. She said, take her now, or I'll do my very best to give you honor and to give you glory. So think about right now what you believe. How are you a blessing to others, or how may you be hurting other people? If you want to increase your faith, I want to show you 2 things you can do. Do you get that, please? Let's go to the next part. I want to say next part. There are 3 do's. 3 do's in the Father of Faith. We've been in this book of Hebrews, and we started from chapter 11. There are 3 do's from the Father of Faith, and he's Abraham. The first thing you want to have, if you want to have your faith increase, if you want Christ to perfect your faith, is humility. I want to say humility. That's what we need. And when you have humility, then faith accepts seeming contradictions. Faith accepts seeming contradictions. Here's what I mean. Please read Hebrews 11, 17, 18. Please read with me. Nice and loud, please. By faith, Abraham, when God tested him, offered Isaac as a sacrifice. He who had received the promises was about to sacrifice his one and only son. Even though God had said to him, it is through Isaac that your offspring will be reckoned. Take a pen. Here's what I mean by humility. And here's what I mean by faith accepts seeming contradictions. And that if you want to increase your faith, if you want to allow Christ to perfect your faith, you have to have humility. By faith, Abraham, when God tested him, he offered Isaac, offer Isaac, as a sacrifice. Look at the word sacrifice. Everyone say sacrifice. So God Abraham who had received the promises, was about to sacrifice his one and only son. Now watch this. Here's the seeming contradiction. Because even though God had said to him, it is through Isaac, and like through Isaac, that your offspring will be reckoned. Do you see this? Here's another story with the father and the son. And God gives this promise. God gives this promise to Abraham. He goes like this. You're going to have a son. And from that one son, I'm going to bless this entire world. And you will be a father of many, many nations. But here's what I want you to do now. And God goes like this. Your son, what's his name? Isaac. Everyone say Isaac again. So Abraham says to his son Isaac, he goes, God says to Abraham, take your son, who's Isaac. I want you to offer him as a sacrifice. What does that mean? What does a sacrifice mean? You have to kill him. And then Abraham goes like, they're saying, wait, does it make sense now? Does it make sense to you guys? Does it make sense? God, you said you gave me a promise. You said I will be a father to many, many nations. I will have blessings upon blessings. There will be many that will come after me in my lineage. And why is that? That my one and only, there are no other sons now, my one and only, you want me to take Isaac and you want me to offer him to you, and so he's dead, and so then how will you fulfill my promise? So there's a seeming contradiction right there. Are you guys getting me? How does that work? Question to you is the same thing. Are there seeming contradictions in your life that you question God? Are there things that does not make sense to you totally? Do you look at your life and say, God, you promised me, God. You promised me that when I receive praise, all is well, but then how come my life is not well? Are there seeming contradictions? I use the word seeming. You may think they are contradictions, and rightfully so. You would say those are contradictions. And I'm saying that it may be seeming contradictions because it takes humility. If you say they are contradictions, then that means you are all-knowing. And there's no humility. Does that make sense now? And you are not all-knowing. I am not all-knowing. There's only one person who's all-knowing. He's God. I mean, he sees the whole plan. He sees everything. He sees all things. And God says like this, he says, take your son Isaac and offer him as a sacrifice. Yes, he will die. And in your own mind, you're going to say, that can't be. That does not work. Question to you again. Are there things in your life that do not make sense in your life? And you're questioning the Lord. And they're really just seeming contradictions. So how do you get around that? How do you want to increase your faith? How do you allow Christ to perfect your faith? Very simple. You have to come with this sense of humility. Lord? Everyone say, Lord? Everyone say, I don't know all. Everyone say, I don't know all. I'll give you a test. Do you really do? You don't know all? But so many times when we walk around, don't you feel this way? I feel this way, right? I got this. I got this. Come on, I'm not that dumb. I'm not that. You guys, you're Jen, right? You're smiling. Of course you do. I bet you guys all think you guys got this right here. Because if I were to insult you and say, you don't know everything, you're going to say, get out of here. What are you talking about? In our pride, we think we know so much. We do. That's why humility is so far away from us. And that's why there's always this constant struggle and question with the Lord. I'll prove it to you again. Who's a physics major right here? Anybody a physics major? None. Oh man, thank God. I don't know those. No, those are so brainiacs. Who are biology majors over here? Okay, one, two maybe. Jeez, yeah. I don't know anything about physics. I don't know anything about biology. Who's a math major? In other words, one math major. Okay, that's not a maybe. That's just I'm just hot. I just need some AC. Can I have some AC, please? So we're not physics majors. We're not biology majors. Who's in law? Who's in law? Anybody? No? Oh, okay. Wait a minute. There are no law. Okay, doctors? Are there any? Yes, I knew it. I'm sure we can count on at least a doctor in the house. Is there a doctor in the house? Hurry! My shoulder! Have I proven it a little bit? Have I proven it just a tad? Have I proven it just a little bit? We have to have great humility. We don't know everything. I certainly do not. far from it. Forget about physics. I like history a little, but certain parts of history probably, a certain period of time. Talk to me about astrophysics, forget about it. Well, talk to me about a lot of, I don't know. I would not be able to. How many experts do you know in those fields? A handful? And even among those handful, how much do we really know? And you take all the experts, watch this guys. Take all the experts and put them together. How much do they really know of the world? How much do they really know of the universe? How much do we really know? That's my question. And once you know, just even knowing it, not even just a sense of comprehension. I'm not even asking you to be the expert of a particular field. So at the end of the day, watch this. There are so many things that we don't know that we have to approach God like this. Just like Abraham. Abraham goes in this. It seems like there are seeming contradictions. But if there are seeming contradictions, then why would I question the Lord? In my own limited understanding and knowledge, how can I question God? It's almost like for me to go up to someone who's perfectly trained in law, or perfectly trained to be a doctor, to take out fibroids, and say, you shouldn't get that right. Who am I to say that? So then how can we go back to God and say, God, you gave me a promise, and then how come my life is like this? Can we really? Because we don't have full information. That's the first thing. I don't want to leave that with you. If you want to increase your faith, if you want Christ to perfect your faith, humility is number one. Humility is that it accepts, it allows seeming contradictions. It allows that things may not make sense, but here's the second point. Take a pen. We don't stop here, then that would be awful. It allows for the second point to happen now. Hebrews 11:19. Please read. Nice and loud, please. Abraham reasoned that God could raise the dead, and figuratively speaking, he did receive Isaac back from death. Take a pen. Just put down reasoning. Humility. Now we get to the next one. Reasoning. Faith considers God's power. You have the AC on, please. Faith considers God's power. Again, then, please read with me. Hebrews 11:19. I'm going to have you do this. Abraham reasoned. Circle the word reason. Everyone say reason. That God could, what did God do? Anoint and raise the dead. And figuratively speaking, he did receive Isaac back from the dead. So flip that again. Abraham reasoned that God could raise the dead. Let me have attention to it. So there's humility, but there's also reasoning. God gave us a mind. God allows us and gives us this gift and say, okay, you know what? There are seeming contradictions in my life. And that's what Abraham's looking at. He goes like this. He says, God, you want me to take my one and only son, Isaac, and let me offer him as a sacrifice to you. But you said that I'm going to be the father of many nations. And that's going to be through Isaac. So then, what is your logical conclusion? What's your logical conclusion? That God's going to bring him back alive. That's your logical conclusion. You're able to reason that God could do something supernatural. Who believes in miracles? Good question. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah? Sure, absolutely. Now you allow God to work. All those seeming contradictions in your life, all the things that we don't understand, and God can promise. So we can use this reason, the mind, our intellect, our logic, our rational thinking. We go like this, we come back to this conclusion. Oh my gosh, God could do a miracle. I believe that's what happened with that mother. When her daughter had both arms fried, I believe her mother goes like this. Take her now, I don't want her to suffer. But if you allow her to, I to do something amazing in her life. Do you believe that? You have to have it. That's the only way. God allows miracles to happen. For those of you who were here last week, remember what we did last week? Did we pray for Russ and Mike, those two guys? For those of you who are not here, I'll just get you up to speed real fast. At the end of last Sunday service. There was two of my friends that I met, and they had to take some certification exams. And these two guys are not bookworms. I'm telling you, they're not gonna pass. They're not gonna pass. They've taken all the pre-tests, they've taken all those other tests already. They failed miserably. 70 is a passing for their exams, so they could be certified. 70 is passing, they got 60. And they were shaking already. These guys are bodybuilders. I know you can tell temperament all over. That was a little joke, guys. So here's what happened. I got to know them. And they were telling me, no, I have this exam coming up, and it's been tough. And I tried to introduce that faith right there. I said, Lord, thank you. And you use that as an opportunity to share that faith. I said, let us pray. I walked away, I came back to them. I said, we need to pray. We need to pray. Can you imagine that? Me, strong little guy, with the bodybuilders and the big buff, we're praying with shoulders right there. And last week we said this, we said, right here, we prayed for them. Lord, it's going to take a miracle for one to pass. My heart was pounding because I knew that they were going to take the test. I'm going to see them. My heart was pounding. I said, Lord, please do something great for this people so that you could be glorified, so that they would know you. I walked into the gym Tuesday, just this past week. And I saw Mike going with those heavyweights. If Mike lit up with this big smile. I said, yes! I said, tell me. And Mike goes, we passed! I said, wait, we? Like, you and Russ? They were so happy, guys. They were so happy. I thought, we prayed for these two. We prayed for them. And then a little later, I saw Russ. I tell you, these guys are big, strong guys. Really, snapping in half like that. And what they didn't have was faith. And what I didn't have was faith. But we prayed through. Didn't we pray through last week? And we said, Lord, if you could, you could. So then I shared it with them. I said, Russ, Mike, did you know that our church, they prayed for you? He was so happy. Then right before that, I asked Russ, I said, Russ, because it's a miracle, I always say miracle. How does two guys passing a test? It's a miracle. Some of you might say, well, just look at the answers, right? Did God really work? Is that really a miracle? Does it qualify as a miracle? No, they just lucky. Here's why I asked Russ. I said, Russ, what happened? Russ goes like this. He was taking the test. He goes, man, some of these questions, I got this, I knew it. I got this because I was prepared. But he goes like this, a whole bunch of these other questions, oh man, I couldn't answer any of them. And then he goes like this, true story. He goes, Kenny, when I couldn't answer, usually in the past I would get so annoyed, I would get tense up, and I would just get so scared, and then I couldn't think anymore. But this time was different. I said, what's different, guys? He said, this time, I knew that you guys were praying for me. That's what he was thinking about when he was going through the test. He said, I knew you guys were praying for me, and so then I just stopped. I just kind of paused a little, and my mind was so clear. Even though I came to these sections that I have no idea what these things are all about, I couldn't understand these questions, but my mind was so clear that I was able to answer these questions. Are you guys getting it? Whatever you believe in, you can either bless someone or it could be consequences to something else. You have to have humility. You have to have humility to accept God's seeming contradiction. And then after you have that, you have to have reasoning to think this whole thing through. You have to think this whole thing through. And then Abraham says, you know what? Logically, God can do it. If you really want to force that out, that's amazing. Logically, God can perform that. Wherever you are in life right now, whatever seeming contradictions you may be going through, if you push God's miracles away, if logically you go, God cannot do a miracle, what's going to happen to your mind? There are consequences. If you don't believe there are miracles of life, what's going to happen? You will affect others. Lastly, we're finishing. I want to say cool. Please read Hebrews 11, 20 to 22. Next slide, please. By faith, Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau in regard to their future. By faith, Jacob, when he was dying, blessed each of Joseph's sons. By faith, Joseph, when his end was near, spoke about the exodus of the Israelites from Egypt and gave instructions about his bones to defend. By faith, Isaac blessed. Look at the word blessed. Everyone say blessed.
Blessed.
And you're going to watch generations after generations after generations. Isaac is the son of Abraham. So it's Isaac. And then now watch this. He blesses Jacob and Esau. And we go to the future. And then now by faith again, Jacob, when he was dying, what did he do? Bless. Took the word bless. Each of Joseph. And that's successive generations right after. And then by faith, Joseph, when his end was near, he spoke about the exodus of the Israelites from Egypt. He gave instructions, underline gave instructions about what is bones, underline bones. I got a question to answer you. Last question. Last question. When you die, what do you want to be known for? When you die, just at your funeral right now, and you wait, all your close friends, all your family members, all your homies, everybody's there. They gather all around. What do you want them to talk about? What do you want them to talk about? You. What do you want them to say? See, I think at the end, you look at your life, you don't go like this. You go and say, I still got so much money in my pocket. Is it about the money in your pocket when you're like talking to 60 people? When you die, what do you want your friends to say about you? We have to think it through. What you believe in, your faith, you can either bless or hurt someone. So upon your death, which is ultimate, there's going to be one day you and I will leave this earth. What do you want to pass on? Do you want them to gather around and say, man, that was a nice car he drove. I love that little Corvette that he had. That was so cool. Maybe you like a European car. Oh man, he had a nice Porsche. Love that. Maybe you had a beautiful house. Love his house. Great house, great house. Sneakers, oh my gosh. I love the sneakers. I love the sneakers. Good sneakers. Good sneakers. What do you want your friends to say? And then when you pass away on that day, are you still having an impact on people in a very positive way? Or maybe you're having a very negative impact, still able to hurt others because of what you believe in, what you passed on. You said, yeah, weed is okay, and then there's 1,000 others who's been smoking because you said weed is okay. Last one's legacy. Everyone said legacy. And that's your feeling. Legacy. Faith blessings, present and future generations. I'll finish with this story. You guys gotta find this. Can I finish this with this story? True story. I thought about that question. I've shared it with a couple of you. I said, if I were to pass away, what's going to happen? And then prior to passing away, and this is before I had kids, I was married for a year already, and I'm thinking of having kids. My wife and we were just talking, maybe it's time to have kids. And then I have this discussion just solely between myself and myself. And I said to self, okay, if you were to have children, what are you going to do? And I took fatherhood really, really seriously. I didn't have any kids yet. And I said to myself, okay, walk this through. I'm not a Christian. I walked myself through this. I said, okay, if I had kids, and if I were to pass away, because I'm already thinking, oh, I had already. I didn't even have kids yet, I'm alive. I'm already thinking if I were to have kids and I'm passing away. That's how far I plan. I'm going to do this. I make a lot of money. That's what I do. I make a lot of money. If I make a lot of money, I was in business, then I can set up like a trust fund, and then here's the money. Okay, I can provide for my family, my boys and my girls. I want 5 kids. Yes, that was crazy of me. I want 5 kids. Dad was the 6th. We could play 3-on-3 for the rest of my life. It was fun. I had this whole thing out. I said, yes, we should have money. I came to this conclusion, guys. Watch this. No. I was searching for an answer, and the reason why money is not the answer is because I looked around and I said, I see so many people have so much money, and they don't know what to do with their lives. And some of them are so messed up, even if they have money. So, no, scratch it out, no money. Okay? And it's not a one-day thing. I go through this for a period of time. I talk to myself. I come back, education. What's education? Right? Don't you want that? Yeah, maybe my sons or daughters, if I were to have kids, if they have a good education, I find any ways or means of possible, make sure that they get to school, really good school, Harvard, or Yale, or whatever it may be, Ivy League, or the top-notch schools. Yeah, I think I'm going to do them a good favor. If I could leave my son and my daughter with some money for stuff, and then when they're really young, then I come to this conclusion, guys, watch this. I looked around, and you have amazing, smart people. They're doing awful stuff in this world, too. You got all kinds of bankers who's screwing everything around, and you still lose money. And you got good bankers, too, that's trying to help us as well, too. But I'm just saying, education alone is not going to do it. I came to that logical conclusion, because I said, there's so many smart people out there, and they are so filled with, like, hopelessness. It's okay, no money. It's not about education. Then what is it? What is it I can give to my kids? I don't know. I want them to be happy. I want them to be filled with hope. I want something good for them that cannot be taken away. And that's when I went to church. A friend of mine invited me to a church. And I found what I was looking for. I found the one thing that I want to be able to give to my kids, if I were to have kids. I didn't have kids here. And if I were to die, I want them to make sure that this stays with them. And that was faith. You want to say faith? Not just any faith, but it has to be a faith that blesses. That's a faith that is eternal, that cannot be taken away. And I learned all about what this was all about. It was faith in Jesus Christ that everything's forgiven. I know exactly where I'm going on the day I pass. But in this world, I still can feel faith, hope, and love, peace and joy that only Christ can give me. And when I found it, it was in fellowship. It was on Friday night groups, guys. That's why Friday night is so dear to me. It was in that small community of believers and brothers and sisters. I said, I want that for my kid that's not born yet. I want that for my kid that's not born yet. That's what I want. And then I came to this logical conclusion. In order for me to give that faith to my not yet born children, what happens to me first? I have to do it first. I have to have it first. What good is it if I don't receive it? What good is it if I don't have it? Can I pass it on to somebody else? Can I pass it on to somebody else? I can't. So on that particular day, I received. I accepted Christ as my Lord and my Savior. And I want to share this with you guys. It's not just about my family. That's the beginning. I have 3 boys. I want to share with you guys. Each and every one of them on their own have received Christ. Whatever you believe in, touch this. I'll continue. Whatever you believe in, right now, you could either bless them or to carry eternal consequences of that person. I bet you that on that day, we pass in our hearts and hearts. It's not just about family, it's about our friends, it's about everybody. That your faith, whatever you believe in, made an eternal impact on this world. That can only happen by Christ. Let us pray. Father, we praise you, Lord. We thank you. We thank you for Christ. We thank you for Abraham. How he has modeled his faith for and taught us. That we must come with humility of heart. Because there are so many seeming contradictions in life. And we reject you because of that. Father, thank you. Just please remind all of us again. You do not know everything. Only you are all knowing. But yet you've given us an intellect to be able to reason and to communicate with you. A spirit that can be touched by you. So I praise you, Father, that we could use our intellect right now and come to this conclusion that you are God. That you continue to work even to today, Father. I pray for all my Christian brothers and sisters. I pray that they will think of a legacy that they will leave behind. That it will be a legacy of blessings. It is a life that's filled with love and good deeds. So that others may point and see that faith that's demonstrated. It is a faith that's alive. It is a faith that's rooted in love. Because we have Christ. I pray for all my friends who may not know Jesus right now, Lord. I pray that you have spoken to them. And Father, if today is the day, and that's what this church is all about, is new life now, then I pray that they will receive you. And so I'll just take this moment right now, this sacred moment. I pray that everyone would keep their eyes closed right now and just pray. I'll just offer this invitation that on today, God has spoken to you. God has spoken to your heart. That we are not perfect. We are far from it. And that we need Christ. We need Him because He has died on the cross for all of our sins, past, present, and future. It is by His blood shed on the cross that we can have eternal life. And not just a heaven that's waiting, but a life that can be transformed now. I pray that you could stay in your seats and just raise your hands who want to receive Christ right now. Amen. Praise the Lord. We have a sister. We have a new sister in the Lord. Let's continue with this moment. The Lord has spoken to you. Just raise your hand. You can just raise it right where you are. You don't worry. I'm not going to ask you to do anything. Just want to acknowledge you. That's all it is. Is there anyone else that would like to receive Christ as their Lord and Savior? Amen. Praise the Lord. You can live up high. Don't be afraid. It's perfectly fine. Let's continue praying. Father, we thank you, Lord. We thank you. I praise you, Father, for those two. They are yours. They are yours. We pray all this in Jesus' name. Amen.